I want to share with you today an exercise that I call riding to a point. It's a very simple exercise, and at first glance you might think that doesn't really make any difference, but your horses don't really know what a straight line is unless it's taught to them. And I've seen people attempt to make straight lines and they look like a drunken sailor staggering out through there. So this little exercise will get your horse traveling straight as an arrow, like a bullet shot from a gun. It's riding from point A to point B and stopping at point B. And there's a few little things within this exercise that really do make the big difference that I don't want you to overlook. So we're going to go through it a couple times and let you see it, and then you ought to go out and practice it yourself. What we're going to do is we're going to start right out here at the end of a fence line in an arena, and I'm going to look all the way down to the other end. I've got a spot picked out down at that other end, a fence post or a gate or a panel, whatever it might be, and I'm going to look at that spot, riding with focus, and I'm going to ride my horse right to it. This is a good exercise to start at the trot. I'm not going to pull on my horse. I'm not going to collect my horse up. I'm going to keep my hands out in front of me and just create a channel or a hallway for my horse to travel in. I'm going to ease out here quiet, collect to my horse, and then look at my spot and see how straight a line I can make. Don't look down at your horse's ears. Look where you want to go. When you get to this spot, don't pull on your horse. The fence will stop them. Just keep them straight. So as I came up here, she thought about turning left or right, and so will your horse. Just get them straight and then relax. Loosen up the reins and let them camp there. Let them feel like they went from point A to point B, and when they got to point B, they got to stop and take a break. And wait here for a few moments. 30 seconds is a long time, but you need to wait that amount of time. They need to feel like they got a job done. So we'll just sit here and camp with a loose rein. Make sure that your horse is perpendicular to the fence. Then when you're ready and you've waited a significant amount of time, we'll turn around and look down at the other end. Have a spot picked out when we get down there. Ease up into the trot. Hands out in front of me. Not pulling on my horse, but if my horse deviates to the left, he'll run into my right rein. If he deviates to the right, he'll run into my left rein. I'm trying to create a hallway for him to travel in. When I get up here, I'll sit down and say, whoa, and just relax right there. Now, if you've ridden up to this spot and your horse went up here, but he stopped crooked and his butt was kicked over to the left, just pick up on your left rein and your left leg and move that hip back over and then relax. And again, remember, don't pull on your horse when they get there. The fence will stop them. I don't think they're going to jump the fence. But what they will have a tendency to do is want to turn off to the left or turn off to the right. And that's why it's important we have our hands right out in front of us, keeping our horse's head straight. Again, it's a simple little exercise. It's not very technical, but it's really important. And those horses begin to realize, hey, I'm going to shoot this straight line. I'm going to go here from point A to point B. And when I get to point B, I'm going to stop and take a break. Riding to a point, teaching your horse what straight lines are all about. It'll pay big dividends for you. Later on, you could do it at the lope as your horse gets more confident. You could go outside the confines of the arena as well. You could do it riding out to a rock, riding to a tree, riding to that wall, whatever it might be. But try this a few times and see if you don't begin to like it. I'm Richard Winters, and thanks for watching.